Fire, 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 fire. I'm gonna recap this for people on YouTube because we're not gonna show this clip in the video. Basically, it's like a 50-second clip of Alinity saying she's done trying to find love because it's so hard. She's annoyed and frustrated that like her love interests or past love interests aren't working out. So she's just not gonna try anymore. She's I'm done. And to clarify for everyone on Twitch and on YouTube watching, the reason I have to do this is because Alinity is notoriously... She's notorious, and she's also really well known for abusing the copyright system to strike people that criticize her. I'm not even gonna show the clip on YouTube, even though it's only 50 seconds and completely fair use. I don't feel like hiring lawyers to fight this retard, okay? Capiche? We got it? Alright. Straight demon with copyright? Yes, allegedly. I've heard this. I've heard this decent amount. Anyways, listen to me. I know this is gonna be a shock to everyone. It's because she does OnlyFans and entertains like thousands upon thousands of men for a living. Anyone that's saying she's hit the wall is insane. She's fucking hot. Like, for at the bare minimum, even for 38, she's not ugly. The entire reason she's struggling is probably because of having like clout brain, streamer syndrome, and then the fact that she's doing OnlyFans. She has an OnlyFans. That's makeup at work. I mean, it doesn't matter. She's still not ugly. I don't know what this cope is. You can still put makeup on someone. You can tell that they're old. I don't think she looks bad for 38, but that's not the point. Anyway, I have said this 1,000 times, and I'd like to think I'm incredibly consistent on this opinion. I fully support women doing whatever it is they want to do. You want to sell pictures of your hole, of your butthole, or your coochie online for like the price of a cheeseburger? More power to you, man. Just, you want to do that? That's fine. But freedom of choice, this is the big caveat. But the freedom of choice is not freedom of consequences. If you choose to do that, you will severely inhibit the pool of men that are willing to entertain dating you, okay? Or settle down with you, marry you, or have kids with you. I know this might be shocking, but men, despite thinking you're really hot, do in fact get like massive red flags, and they do get like the ick. I'm putting this in brackets, you can't see it. Yes, they do get the ick when they realize that their girlfriend's nude body is online for anyone to see. Yo, Mishanka, thank you for the 50 gifted subs. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. And again, I do think like hot take here. You know, I know this is a hot take, but I'd argue most guys aren't okay with that at all. And it does bother them, especially at her age. She's freaking 38, for God's sake. That's really close to 40, man. It's crazy, man. Hot take? No, I think there's a lot of people that would argue against me, but like I think there's a lot of people out there that are gonna be like, like, yeah, she's really attractive, but like, is it really worth it? Those eggs are drying up. I'll get to that, man. Yeah. I couldn't do it personally. I know, and there's some people that are okay with it, but I would say if you took like a statistic, and I'm not talking about chat because this is our community. I would say if you took a spread across a bunch of people different from like every fucking side of every fucking spectrum, I think the vast majority, at least over 50%, would be like, nah, I don't want to do this. I would even argue that it would be close to 60%. Yeah. Some would even say 67%. Anyway, and then there's this. Oh, sheesh. Her recent boyfriend asked her to quit OnlyFans at 38 years old, and she said, no. You're choosing money over your relationship and then complaining. Your fault. Damn. Oh, ho, ho. Yeah. Harsh but fair. Yep. Brutal. Stop the video. Oh, you're right. Okay, you're right. I should have stopped it. But like, again, the way I think about this is Alinity has been popular for a while. I think she's been around for a decent amount of time. I think probably like 10 years. She's had like over 2K viewers, I want to say, consistently on Twitch since like 2017, if I remember correctly. That's almost a decade of making like really good money that most people don't ever make. They never make that kind of fucking money. If you're not financially stable and like ready to retire, the OnlyFans, after almost a decade of that level of income, like, I don't know, you're either doing it for the love of the game or you're really, really bad at managing your finances. I don't know, man. Like, it's either you really, really love showing your hole or you're bad with money. Or both. That brings me up to, actually, this brings up another really strong point I want to make. You're 38, Alinity. I don't know who you're trying to date, but assuming you're keeping it in the age range of like older 30-plus-year-old guys, like I feel like they're gonna be less tolerant of OnlyFans than younger guys. I think younger guys, like Gen Z, maybe like early millennial, I feel like those guys are gonna be more lenient. Yeah, they're gonna be significantly less tolerant of OnlyFans than younger guys are. Younger guys are just naturally more open-minded. They're trying new things. They're young and, you know, carefree and they haven't learned their life lessons yet, you know? Older guys in the 30-plus demographic, they're looking for a fucking wife, not a girlfriend. Yeah, they're not gonna go play games with, you know, this OnlyFans bullshit, you know? Young, dumb, full of cum, yeah. And by the way, you're not even done with OnlyFans. You're not even retired from it yet. You're still doing it to this day. Most guys, especially in your age group, don't want a girl who's done OnlyFans ever, much less anybody that's doing it actively. Yeah. I don't know, man. I think you're just kind of cooking yourself. And refusing to stop. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, were they together for a while? I don't know. But either way, she said, nah, fuck that. I'm not doing it. She's like, I don't want to put the fries in the bag. I'm going to keep showing the hole. What is this? It's almost like no matter how old you are or successful you are, nobody wants to stick around when they realize you're just not a good person. LOL. Fandy. Wait, hold on. Wait a minute. Wait. Where do I recognize this name? Wait, is this the Fansley girl that streamed her child's birth on Twitch? And Dad video pause. Thank you. Sorry. Cheese and crackers. You guys are giving me a heart attack. Yeah, isn't this the girl that gave birth on Twitch? With her fucking Fansley, like, logo spinning in the corner of the screen while she's screaming in pain and pushing a baby out of her? Like, no fucking shot. Like, there's no way You're chiming in on this and saying she's not a good person when you're monetizing your child before it was even out of your fucking womb. What the actual fuck, man? Chat, I swear to God, we're living in hell, bro. We are living in hell. And by the way, I know people are gonna argue and say like, oh, well, she retired her OnlyFans after she had a baby. It's like, yeah, well, she pumped out her kid and then closed her OnlyFans. Yeah, imagine how much money she made off of that. Did she though? No, apparently she did close her OnlyFans, but like only after she gave birth. Which is really weird. I don't know. Again, so fucking weird to me. There's no way this is real, right? Like, this is actually fucking real. Oh my God. This is absolutely the pot calling the kettle black to me. Is that not a little bit hypocritical? Just a tad? I don't know. There's definitely weird people who pay for that. I mean, that's what I'm saying, man. That's what I'm saying. One last hurrah, you know? OnlyFans prostitutes need to understand that your life will be great if things work out until you hit your mid-late 30s. The consequences of your lifestyle will catch up to you. No man will want you, and the shame of how you lived your life will haunt you. There are men who will want you, but you are severely diminishing the overall, like, pool of men that will date or even entertain settling down with you at 38. That's just, like, a fact. Now, if you're okay with that, again, do what makes you happy. You're an adult. Do whatever the fuck you want. But don't complain when later down the line you want to find a husband, because she is saying like she wants to find true love. She wants to find a husband, and most men aren't willing to give you the fucking time of day. And you have to remember, chat, keep this in mind. Alinity is the best case scenario. I honestly would argue this should be like a cautionary tale to women who want to do OnlyFans. Alinity is 38 and still hot. She makes a lot of money, and she's one of the very few, I want to say probably under 1%, by the way, of OnlyFans creators that are actually successful. She's been doing it for 10 years and she's still successful. And she still can't find a husband despite all of that? I don't know, bro. Imagine a girl doing OnlyFans but isn't successful. She's poor. She's making like $400 a month. She ages like milk into her 30s because she doesn't have money to like take care of herself. And then that's there forever. And like, what guy's gonna pick her? Like, what are your chances of finding a husband looking like then? Like, at least with Alinity, there is, like, still a chance. Amara's at least had her husband before diving in OF. Yeah, that's true, actually. Although they are fucking insane. I've seen some fucking clips coming out recently. Those are some insane clips. As a society, we used to understand that doing corn and straining dignity and future dating prospects for quick cash. OF models don't seem to get that. It's the female empowerment. Like, you, again, if you want to argue and say, like, let women do what they want to do, at least let them know the consequences that they are going to face. Society isn't going to change just because you want to show your hole. Yeah. It's just not going to change. I agree with Chatter. She can 100% find herself. Probably her standards are astronomical. Yeah, and she doesn't want to give up OnlyFans. What if, like, hypothetically, I don't fucking know what Alinity wants to do. What if she found the perfect guy and they've been in a relationship for like 6 months, between 6 months to a year, and then he's like, hey, babe, can you give up OnlyFans? I'll support you. Like, I will give you the money. I will support both of us. Can can you give it up for me? And I'll marry you. And she's like, nah. Like, I don't know. This is a hypothetical, but it's like crazy to me. Maybe she's just used to the lifestyle. She wants a lot of money. She wants to show her hole. I don't know. Okay, what is this? Emerald Apple says the only way she, as a 38-year-old OF woman, is going to find quote unquote love is to lower her standards massively. The men she's trying to get are already married or with a partner, and the high quality single men she is going for could just as easily date someone in their early 20s. That's the reality for most of these kinds of women, whose ego has been gassed up to the moon with over a decade of lewd content creation, lewd online content creation, or are massively delusional about their actual worth in the dating market. Even at her age, she still thinks she's a 10. She is. She's really attractive. A massive catch, but she needs to face reality and be on a level with the men who are actually willing to date her. Well, she has to lower her standards because it's minus points for having an OF. It is. Sorry. Yeah. I agree with basically all of this, but I want to specify that Alinity still has a high rating. I'm not gonna be one of those fucking women that's like, oh no, she's ugly. It's like, yeah, sure, she might have an ugly personality, but she's hot on the outside. I give her an 8 out of 10. She gets 1 point docked for doing OnlyFans, and she gets another point if we're being completely objective and only physical and not just like her personality. She gets another point docked because she's at the age where she's also now a high-risk pregnancy. Her eggs are running out. If she were to try and have a child, I think, I don't know, if I was a dude, I think that's a huge deal. I think people really underestimate how important that is. I know there's a lot of people that don't want kids, and that's fine, but there's also a ton of people that do. It's biologically ingrained in people. Men that want to have a family aren't picking a 38-year-old who's basically already past her childbearing years. And I'm not talking about like, oh, IVF or like I froze my eggs. I'm not talking about that shit. I'm just talking flat out, like, you 38 years old, like, damn, that's a high-risk pregnancy right there. You're cutting the dating pool probably in half just by that fact alone. Emerald is right about that. The guys in their 30s that want a family are just gonna go for a girl in their 20s who can still have kids and don't have shriveled up eggs. Sorry. Yep. Yeah, is 100% on a guy's mind? Yeah, I'm sure it is. I'm sure it is. What is this? It's another one. Another one. Translated from Dutch. If you don't want to be a 38-year-old woman, you're probably a pedophile. What? A pedophile? The only reason why men her age go for younger women is because they can't meet her standards. Men are so gross. This has got to be rage bait. This has got to be rage bait, chat. Video. I know. I'm reading. I'm gonna have to blur it. I'm just gonna say I'm gonna have to blur the video or something. Yeah, future me, blur the video, please. Might have to do that. Anyway, this is gonna be fucking rage bait, right? Oh, please tell me this is rage bait. Bro is clearly sarcasm. Okay, thank God. Okay. Alright, that got me for a minute there. I was like, bro, like, there's no shot you actually typed that shit. Oh, man. Mama mia. Alright, what is this? What is this? Okay, pause. I feel like this has less to do with her doing OF and more to do with her being a well-known public figure who probably wants a very specific type of partner. There's nothing wrong with having standards, but if you actually want true love, eventually you have to stop searching for perfect and start recognizing compatible. P.S. Maybe being a better person might help as well. Isn't she the one that threw her cat around and she's just weird and just like weird with her animals? Yeah. Yeah, I can see that. Spit on her cat, right? Yeah, just threw her cat or some shit. I don't know. Fucking weird. I'll definitely judge her off of that if I was a dude and I was like, oh yeah, I want to date a Winity. I think it's both. I do think this person has a both. Many guys care about OnlyFans. Contrary to popular belief or whatever Twitter wants to tell you, the majority of these dudes don't like it when any guy on the planet with $5 can see their wife naked online. However, yes, she probably also has ridiculous standards that most men in her age group can't meet. If I had to guess, if I could be a fly on the wall. You guys know what website we've looked at? The female delusion calculator, or whatever the fuck it's called. I did it and it was really, really funny. It was great content. The guys she's looking for are very likely like 0.0000001% when you factor in her age and history. Yeah. Like when Pokemon done it? Yeah, exactly. But even Pokemon's like what, 33 or 32? Like she's 38 is above that for sure. This one, yeah, we did the keeper.ai. I mean, granted, it was just like for memes and stuff, and it's not 100% accurate, but there is a female delusion calculator. Yeah. Ooh. Okay. This one. Sheesh. Translated from Czech, women with OF are finding out why no one wants to be normal with them. Oh, like why nobody wants to be with them, especially those whose 40s are breathing down their neck. Yeah, 38 is pretty fucking close to 40. Of course, with my 150 kilos and zero experience, I have nothing to say, but this always amuses me how an otherwise pretty woman can't land anyone. I don't know, man. I don't know. Worldwide type discussion? Yeah, this Czech guy's weighing in. He's right, you know. Like I said, I don't know. I think this should be a cautionary tale to women who want to find love and have a family someday when someone as hot and as someone as rich as Alinity can't find a husband. She's like defeatist and shit. Now, a lot of that may be self-sabotage by having standards that are way too high. I do think that. But the point stands. Like, just be careful. I don't know. Chat, I really don't make these videos to shit on women despite popular belief, like on fucking Reddit and shit. Be like, oh my god, Alana hates women. I don't. I make these videos because I want women to be freaking happy and live their best life. It's the same reason that I make videos calling out these nasty swamp hags that try to tell other women online that men are trash and they should focus on their career and like being a trad wife is gross and never give a man a type of day type shit, you know? Don't listen to that retarded Karen. She doesn't care about you. She just wants you to be as lonely and as miserable as she is. Just like her. Yeah, like I don't. I want everybody to have a good time. I want to see you happy. I want women to find their forever partners and like have families and shit. If that's what they want to do, of course. If you don't want to have kids, that's your prerogative. Or you don't want to be with anyone, that's fine too. I want you to be happy. Like, the number one enemy to women isn't men. It's other vindictive, nasty, scorned, wrathful, lonely, miserable, gross, icky, and most of all, fucking jealous women. And corpos. I want to say that. Corpos want you to be miserable and lonely because then they can sell your product. Yeah, that's another thing. That's another story for another day. But yeah, like... Preach? Yeah, I think I'm spinning. I think that, like, the biggest enemy isn't freaking dudes, other women in corpos. Gotta sell product. Gotta be miserable. You're just a misogyny! Oh my god! Yeah, man. I don't know, man. I don't know. Crazy stuff. Even Alinity at 38 and millions of dollars can't find love. It's sad. It's sad. Corporal clap. The OF business mindset really does rot your brain. I also think, here's the thing, this is like a little random little tack on, but I think also living in a place, I'm assuming she's probably living in like California or New York or something. When you have a lifestyle that demands having a lot of money to, to sustain it, you're gonna have insane standards for like money making and like property. Like, yeah, I don't, she lives in Texas, or probably Austin. She's like, she has a decent lifestyle, probably demands a lot of money, so that reduces her dating pool even a lot, even more. Gotta have my multi-million-dollar mansion. Can't do without it. I've been doing it for a while. I gotta keep it up, you know? What do you mean you don't want to date someone with a very well-documented shitty personality and OF? Are you hated the women's? Yep, call me the woman hater or something. Yep, that's me. Think about it, she won't marry a 20-something farmer boy? No, she won't. Probably not.